What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today, I did it. I cracked. I told myself I wasn't going to get this. I don't know if I ever actually believed myself when I said that, but I told myself I wasn't going to get this. If anybody doesn't recognize it, this is the Tamer's Evolution Box 2. Now, I was trying to avoid this because it's not a very cheap product, although it is extremely cool, as you're going to see. And I'm going to see, because I haven't actually seen it in person yet. And I saw people posting about it online, and they were selling it, including postage, for like $5 or below RRP. And I looked at it and I went, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I've got to go to, I've got to head to St. Austell anyway. That's where I go to buy cards. So I'm going to go to my local game store, and if they've got it, I'm going to buy it from them. Obviously, they do. And there's a bit of a lesson here. And the lesson is, if you can, and I know it's not always possible, support your local game store. I could have got this cheaper. I could have done. There we go. Also, right, shout out to Bandai. Really well packaged inside. So when it comes out of the box, it is just completely very, very clear, which is lovely. No marks or anything. It's come out in perfect condition. Brilliantly well packaged by Bandai. Good work, Bandai. I could have saved myself a few quid, honestly. I could have bought this below retail from an online seller. The thing is, do you all remember when Booster 1.0 came out? And stock was very hard to find. It was selling out everywhere. And a whole bunch of stores started selling above retail. Same thing happened for Pokemon during the damn panic. Just Pokemon generally. And there's an awful lot of stores out there that told us, that showed us, if they get an opportunity, they will sell above retail. Not my local game store. Mad for Miniatures down in Cornwall, they don't sell above retail, like ever. Even when they can. Even when they know they're going to be able to. When they know they're going to be able to make money doing it, they don't. Because they have respect for their customers. So, yeah, I'll tell you what, I did spend a few extra quid on this than I could have done buying it online, but I also bought from my local game store. Oh, yeah. And while I was there, I picked up some more pre-release packs, which I would not have picked up if I was buying it cheap online. So not only did I support my local game store, which is reason enough, but I also got rewarded for doing so, which is wonderful. Now I will say, I know not everyone is in a position to do that. I know not everyone has a good local game store. Not everyone has a local game store. So I completely understand that for some of you out there, when I say support your local game store, I know that's not possible. And I know that for some people out there, the idea of, spending a couple extra quid to support your local game store isn't in the budget. And again, I understand that entirely. What I'm saying is, if you're in a position to do so, your local game store should be your first port of call, because they're the people that keep the hobby alive. They are the people that, give you somewhere to play and all of that. So it is kind of important. Also, when I say support your local game store, I mean good local game stores. If your local game store was one of those selling above retail when they had the opportunity to do so, don't feel bad about not supporting them, because they have not supporting you. So we've got 6 PT8 pre-release cards before we get into the Tamer's Evolution box. We've got Innocence Blizzard, which is seeing play in a bunch of blue decks at the moment, which is cool. Dark Gaia Force, which actually isn't so much, but it's seen a bit of play here and there. Kogamon. Yole Inoue. Demi Meramon. And Climbon. Oh, I like Climbon, because that is a, whatchamacallit? What's he called? Pulsemon. That's a Pulsemon evolution. So, okay. Maybe not quite the marquee cards I was looking for, but it's still an extra half a dozen pre-release promos, and I, for one, am delighted. That was cool. Yeah. I don't always get the chance to pick up extra pre-release packs, so that was really, really cool. Not the reason we're here, of course. We're here for the Tamer's Evolution box, but I figured I'd pick them up at the same time. I'm literally sitting here doing an opening. It seems like a wasted opportunity if I don't do an opening of the, get that opening in as well. So, Tamer's Evolution Box 2, how excited are we? Now, the first Tamer's Evolution box, it was really famous because you got the alternate art Gaia Force. Now, admittedly, since then, they have not only reprinted Gaia Force in other ways, but also that exact print. All of the cards in the Tamer's Evolution Box 1 were given out stamped at tournaments. Or you would get one, you could get them all. Maybe that'll happen here, maybe it won't. Also, we'll get there in a minute properly, but sad face, this only has the English promos in, whereas the Tamer's Evolution Box 1 had English and Japanese. So we got ourselves a new playmat. It's this one. It's kind of beautiful, honestly. Got all them dudes on. None of my favourite. I want a Pulsemon Gamamon mat, honestly. But this is very cool. It's not got stitched edging like the one you can see here, which is, of course, good for protecting the edge. But I know everyone likes a stitched edging, so call it a draw. What else have we got? We have also got ourselves a... Ooh, that's not supposed to come out, apparently. We have also got ourselves a memory gauge. And again, the memory gauge is very much in keeping with the mat. A lot of people, when they have their custom mats, they actually get the memory gauge printed onto the mat. Here, it is a separate memory gauge. And it's very much, you know, in the style of the playmat. It matches it kind of perfectly, if you're into that kind of thing. And then we get to what we're really looking for. Now, in terms of the deck box is very cool. You've got your mostly level 3s on the front there. And then if we turn it around, you've got your babies. Your Digitama. It's kind of lovely. But it's what's inside the deck box that makes me very happy. I'm a promo dude, right? So the rule for me is really simple. I don't really care what the product is. If you whack promos in it, I am going to buy it. Simple as that. And where I can, I'm going to buy it from a local game store. To be clear, I don't buy everything from them purely because I can't. And it's not because I'm a horrible person. It's because it's about a 2-hour round trip to get to my local game store. It's just not always possible for me to find the time to do so. So, inside, we have a bunch of goodies. Now, the one which is almost certainly going to get lost is your... Oh, this is really cool. So this is a little marker. Is it going to focus in on it? Come on. There's too much going on the playmat. Focus, focus. Ah, I mean, you can see it, but it's not very big. So it's basically the little Digi-Egg symbol. The one we've all seen a million times. The one that's on the... I think it's on the back of the cards, isn't it? Let me find... I've always got cards. Yeah. It is literally the symbol from the back of the cards, which you can then, you know... And obviously it is very perfectly sized to use on this particular memory gauge. So that's kind of lovely. I'm going to lose that. We've then got some... Are they all in... That's weird. Have they put them all in the same... They have. So, all the sleeves in the same one. Here are your main set of sleeves, which is obviously the same design we see on the box, which is kind of lovely. And then you've got your Digitama sleeves, which is actually the same design from the back of the box. Remember, of course, the rules say very clearly you do have to have different sleeves for your Digitama and for your main deck. So they've given you different sleeves for each. That's kind of cool. I'm not loving that they're in the same pack. I believe, though, I need to double check this, and I really can't be bothered to count. But I believe you only actually get... Yeah. So you get 50 sleeves and 50 Digi-Egg sleeves, which I'm not a fan of. Oh, there's also a little divider here, which obviously matches the playmat perfectly as well. Yeah, it's the same Digimon. Now, I don't like getting 50 sleeves in a pack and 5 Digitama sleeves. And the reason is really simple. Digimon has 50 card decks. Which means that if I have a 50 card deck in 50 sleeves and I break a sleeve, I'm out. Like, I can never use those sleeves again. 55, 60, that's how many sleeves should be in a pack. Not 50. Because these are super nice sleeves. But the second I break a single sleeve, I've got to re-sleeve my entire deck, unless I've somehow bought multiple of them. But this is a very premium product. These are not cheap. So I can't imagine that people are going to buy multiples of these if they're not going to be reselling. So yeah. So let's go and have a look at the promos then. We've got ourselves a promo Agamon. I'm really sad we don't get the Japanese ones. I want the Japanese ones. But that is the very first promo ever Promo 001. It's a 5 cost to play and it deletes a 3000 power Digimon. We've got a Goonimon, which is just a hybrid Digimon. Sees a bunch of play in hybrid decks. It is really rather cool. We've got the Shoutmon from BT5. Lets you find a card with Shoutmon in its name and a Digimon with Blitz. And it gives you an extra 2000 power if you've got Blitz. It's a very cool promo. There's your Geelmon. If your opponent has a level 6 or higher Digimon, you can Digivolve straight into Gallantmon for a cost of 4. It works very much like the Vmon would Evolve Force Vegemon. It's really cool, and the artwork is stunning on this one. Plus, when you delete an opponent's Digimon, draw a card. Yes. We've then got the Vmon. If it becomes unsuspended, gain a memory. That's the one from EX1. Sees a bunch of play in those Imperial Dramon decks. Not as much as some of the other Vmon, but it gets in there. We've got a yellow Agamon, the one from BT2. If you've got 3 or more yellow Tamers in play, draw a card when you attack, which is kind of beautiful. We've got Wormmon from BT3. When you get deleted, look at the top 3 cards of your deck and find a level 4 or 5 Digimon to your hand. I play a lot of green, I don't play this. But do note how so much of the artwork has the little Digimon in front of the bigger Digimon into which it Digivolves. That is very cool. And then we've got win rate 60%. Which is your option card. And the artwork here is, again, pretty stunning. If you've got a Tamer, play it regardless of what colours you got in play. And the next time one of your Digimon Digivolves, you can trash a Digimon card in your hand of the same colour as the Digivolving Digimon to reduce the cost by 4. Although, it's a 2-cost card, so you're only really reducing the cost by 2. It's kind of cool. And I like these promos. These are very nice promos. They're very nicely themed, except for the win rate 60%. That is a little bit different. Otherwise, they've all got very much the same kind of style. And these are cool cards. And it really, to me, it's... Are they going to reprint them? Because the Tamer's Evolution Box 1 promos are a bit less... Well, a bit. They're a lot less exciting. Because I've actually got the full set of them 3 times. I've got the Japanese set, which again came in the Evolution Box. The English set, which obviously came in the Evolution Box. And when you entered the Digimon Championships, you got yourself 8 2-card packs, 4 2-card packs, 8 cards in total. And it is an 8-card set. And I was extremely lucky. I did my opening on this channel. And I was very lucky that I actually got exactly one of all 8 cards. So I got the whole set. And it's stamped and it's lovely. So, sure, the unstamped version is still quite rare and hard to get and all of that. But because there is a stamped version, it makes the unstamped version a lot less special. So for these promos, like so much of it, it's going to come down to, is it coming back? If it does come back, i.e. if we get a stamped version at some tournament in the future, it's going to be a lot less exciting. However, if we never get the stamped version, these are the only versions and they sell out pretty quickly. Because it's 80 quid retail in the UK. So we're not talking about a box which is being printed in huge numbers and everybody's buying. We're talking about a box which is being printed in fairly small numbers because they know that your average Digimon TCG fan isn't buying this product. It's nerds like me. We are the people that are buying it. And I'm going to be honest with you, they've not announced a Tamer Box 3 yet. But if they make one, it's going to have 8 promos in, and you know I'm going to buy it, just like I know I'm going to buy it, because that's the kind of guy I am. I mean, honestly, in terms of recommending this product, it depends. If you want a cool playmat, set of sleeves, deck box, promos, memory gauge, it's awesome, but there's nothing in here you need. It's it's a bunch of accessories and some alternate art promos. For me, the accessories are cool, I'm in it for the promos, but as I'm getting the promos, I might as well just buy the whole box. Without the promos, I tend to skip the products. You know, the floral arrangement with those awesome promos coming, I'm definitely going to buy. But the other ones, which are just playmats and sleeves, I tend to skip. So it's up to you guys. Not essential by any stretch, but extremely cool. So now it's over to you guys. Have you bought this? Are you planning on buying it? Is it a skip? Tell me why. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice! And then the usual deal, comment, like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff. Check out Patreon. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays. Bye!